to KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP, and today I'm turning things on its head again. I'm going to show you how to make this amazing meatball lasagna, but we're going to be using a Pea Pesto Cheese Sauce. Right, the first thing I've got here is I've got 1.5 cups worth of frozen peas. I'm just going to put that straight into a saucepan, and I'm just going to cover those with some water. Right, just like that, pretty simple type of stuff. A good dash of salt. Okay, very simple to do. We're going to bring that up to the boil for about 3 minutes. Okay, once that is done, we can take that off the heat, put that through a strainer, and bring that back down to room temperature. Alright, so far so good. Alright, little bit of olive oil into a saucepan, just like I'm doing right there. 1 brown onion, finely diced. We're going to put that in. Pretty simple. And what we're doing here is we're going to create our tomato sauce. Alright, pretty simple and pretty basic. So just let those onions continue away, just let them go until they're about translucent. Right, first of all, 1 400-gram can of chopped tomatoes, Italian diced tomatoes. Put that into a food processor, just like that. Okay, give that all a little bit of a blitz up. And basically what we're doing is we're making our own homemade passata. Alright, we know exactly what is in this. Alright, so just keep stirring those onions around until they're sort of getting that sort of translucent type colour to them, or texture to them. We're going to add in that puree that we just created. Right, we've only got this on a low heat now, so put that straight in, just like that. Now that does not look like enough sauce, and you are right. We're going to do another 400-gram can of diced tomatoes, and we're going to blitz that and put that straight in. This makes the best tomato sauce ever. Doesn't cost a lot of money, and it's really simple to do. Little bit of rock salt ground straight in like that. The freshly ground black pepper to taste. I usually try and say around about a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon's worth of pepper, a equivalent of 2 cloves of garlic worth of garlic paste. That can go straight in. If you want it really strong, use fresh garlic. I'll leave that up to you. 2 tablespoons worth of tomato paste concentrate. Put that straight in, just like that. And that is the basis for making a great tomato sauce for any pasta and any protein. You can use that with chicken, you can use it with fish, prawns, it doesn't matter. It really works. Here I've got 500 grams worth of pork sausages. Mrs. KP has just squeezed those out and made little tiny rough meatballs, and we don't need to make these perfect. They don't need to be perfectly round, but put those in the oven, 180 degrees for around about 10 minutes or so. So here we've got our peas at room temperature. We're going to slowly add those in, and we're going to add in a little bit of fresh basil as we go. So a few peas, a few leaves of basil, and cover those with some more peas, just like that. Okay, really easy to do, and make sure we use up every leaf of basil that we possibly have. Put that straight into your food processor. Little dash of olive oil, probably about 2 teaspoons worth, that goes in. And now I'm going to add in some freshly grated Parmesan cheese, probably around about 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup's worth. We're going to blitz that up in our food processor, and you will notice that it will sort of stick a little bit. We're going to add in a little bit of water as we go, and we want to keep this a pretty light type pesto. We don't want to make it too thick. So if it does start to glug up a little bit, just add a little bit more water. Okay, party time. Let's start making up our cheesy sauce, and we're going to start off making a bechamel sauce, around about 20 to 30 grams worth of butter. That can go straight into a saucepan, just like that. Keep moving that around, and I'm going to add in around about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons worth of flour. Right, just keep moving that around, keep working it, and we want to cook that flour out a little bit. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, You've seen me do this many times with a lot of different sauces. It's not that hard to do. Right, so our flour's cooked off and absorbed all that butter. We're going to add in a little bit of milk, and we're just going to keep stirring that through. So we've made a roux and with the butter and flour, and then we're going to add in our milk just to start to make up a really nice creamy sauce. Alright, I'm going to take my wooden spoon out and go over to a whisk. Just make sure you don't get any lumps. You can do it with a spoon, but using the whisk just makes things a little bit easy. So once all of those ingredients have combined nicely, and we can start adding in our pea pesto that we just made, and we don't need to add any nuts or anything to this. I'm going to make this one pretty much nut allergy friendly. Alright, so we're just going to add that pesto straight into that, give that a little stir, and it's all going to start combining. We end up with this crazy green color, which is amazing. And we're going to start adding in a little bit of our cheese. I'm going to use probably around about 2 cups worth of grated cheese or shredded cheese. Use the cheese that you like. There's no real rocket science to that. A piece of cheese works great, and don't forget to give that a little dash of nutmeg, like ground nutmeg, just like that. If you want to get fancy, buy the nutmeg and the little grater and all of that, and do that sort of thing. I'll leave that up to you. Just buying it from the supermarket, and those little little jars, they just work perfectly. So we're just going to keep stirring that down. That cheese has melted all beautifully. I've still got that sitting there on the heat, or sorry, over on the side there. We're going to add a little bit of our tomato sauce down on the bottom of a baking dish, just like that. And I'm just going to use dried pasta sheets. Alright, if you want to use fresh or semi-fresh, go for it. I'm trying to make this really simple for anybody. Add our meatballs into our beautiful tomato sauce. Okay, pretty simple. And give all of that a good stir. Get those balls all covered in that beautiful tomato sauce. Alright, so our sauce is already starting to thicken up a little bit by sitting there on the side as it's starting to cool down. Absolutely perfect. So we've got our lasagna sheets down. We're going to add in a little bit of our Pea Pesto Cheese Sauce, bechamel type sauce. We put that straight over the top, just like that. And if you haven't had pea pesto before, we have done this a few times on the channel, and it always just works out killer. It's absolutely magnificent in flavour. Alright, so we've got our little cheese sauce down. We're going to put more of our lasagna sheets down. Now, if you need to cut a couple of corners off or whatever to make them fit, keep those little bits that you've broken off so we can fill in a few gaps. Now, we're going to start laying a layer of our meatball and sauce straight over the top of our next layer, just like that. Pretty simple to me, and just keep working those through, and the pork meatballs and the sauce just work amazing in this dish. Alright, so we're just going to put those down just like that. Pretty nice and easy. We're going to add in more of our lasagna sheets. We're going to add that straight on top, and I've been experimenting using the dried lasagna sheets lately. I do like to make my own lasagna sheets. You have seen, if you're a regular viewer, I do make my own pasta from time to time. Alright, so we're going to add in more of our beautiful pesto cheesy sauce straight over the top of that next layer, just like that. Oh, and the smell in this kitchen at the moment, you would not believe it. It is so good. Right, so just make that nice and even, and another layer of lasagna sheets. Keep going. We're going to add in more of our meatball and tomato sauce. We're going to put that straight over the top once again. Just going to keep layering these up in an alternate fashion. Right, really simple. The oven is already, well, has been sitting at 180 degrees the whole time, and we're ready to finish this off. We're just going to make sure we fill in a few gaps with another bit of pasta sheet. Add in the last of our pea pesto cheese sauce straight over the top. A few breadcrumbs, of course that's going to give us a nice little skin on the top, and that's exactly what a good lasagna should be. So just going to add in some breadcrumbs straight over the top, and I'm probably going to just add in just a touch more cheese just over the top and let that go nice and golden brown and glue everything together. Alright, that is going into the oven around about 30 to 40 minutes, or until our pasta sheets are all cooked through. Just put a skewer through and it should come out looking something like that. How good does that look? Absolutely beautiful. The smell is amazing. All we have to do is just section off a little bit. Just use a nice little spatula and cut a little bit off and serve that up, and there you go. You've got KP's Meatball Lasagna with Pea Pesto Cheese Sauce. Obviously, try and make this one at home. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button. It gives me confidence. Should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time a new video goes up. And share this video with all your friends on all platforms of social media. We are trying to get the name of KP's Kingdom out there. Leave a comment. Love reading. Love responding to them as always. But in the meantime, if you want to learn a new version of a classic dish that I have just tipped on its head, well, you need to come and join the family. My family, hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. After eating my meatball lasagna with Pea Pesto Cheese Sauce, and I will catch you next time. Bye.